Ready.
This is Ben, Tamby, and Molly of Sailboat Story coming to you from the Bahamas. We just spent the last hour cleaning up the boat, and for a very specific reason. We want to give you a quick walkthrough tour of our boat, a 1979 Endeavour 32. But before we do that, I want to tell you why we're going to give you a walkthrough tour of our boat. Our intention after this trip is to sell this boat and to get something a little bit larger. We need a little more space. Molly is getting bigger and bigger and bigger. This boat is going to be for sale coming up in June, July, something like that. If you would like to be one of the first people to be notified whenever this boat is available to be purchased, I want you to go beneath the video, click the link, and then give us your name, address, and phone number. And basically, I will let you know before we do any kind of open public advertisements of the boat being for sale. Does that make sense? Did I explain that pretty good?
Yep, sounds great.
Okay, all right. Ready for a little tour?
Yep.
Let's do it.
Okay, here we go. New head sail cover. New Dodger. New Bimini. 250 watts of solar power. Dinghy davits. Dinghy not included. Much of the running rigging is new. Oh, also, as you may know, the standing rigging is completely new. This is the cockpit area. This is where you would stand to command the vessel. All of the lines are run back to the cockpit, so all of the sailing can be done from back here. There is no reason to have to go up and do anything really up there, aside from take off the sail cover. You got to do that, but everything else can be done right back here from the cockpit, which is very nice. This is the port side settee. This is looking aft at the companionway. Starboard side settee. Galley. Quarter berth. The head with Nature's Head composting toilet. V-berth.
I really love the galley. It's got a nice space here for working on. The ice box goes all the way down, and I can fit about 150 cans in there. This is a really deep hole, goes all the way down. It's got all of our pots and pans and everything in there. There is an extra cover right here that fits over this and also goes right here, so you have extra working space if you need it. We're always surprised about the size of our V-berth when we go on other people's boats and we see their V-berth and they're bigger than our 32-foot boat. You know, then we come back and we see ours, and it is surprisingly spacious. Like it's so big compared to other boats for a 32-foot.
Yep, that is very true. You have to forgive all of our stuff. Loads and loads of camera gear spilling off even into this area back here. And then food and stuff like that. We are totally stocked up. And the camera gear takes up an incredible amount of space. But I know another thing you really like about it is all the different storage spaces.
Yes.
That's another thing. We get on bigger boats sometimes, and while they're very spacious on the inside, a lot of them don't have as much storage as this one does.
We have a lot of storage.
Molly would like to show you storage spaces. Yep.
Hello. One there.
Yep. Here. Spaces under here. Let's see, we got a load of cans in there. This one, well, got a little bungee that you gotta, there you go. Open this one up, unclip the bungee. And then this is kind of the drink cabinet as the waters spill out.
That's why we have a bungee.
Hence the reason for the bungee.
Especially when we're sailing.
Helps keep everything in its place. Two big storage spaces in the quarter berth, one big one at the foot end, and then another decent sized one here at the head end of the bed. This one has a big locker on this side where the holding tank used to be, huge storage space, and an equally large storage space under this bed too. Lots of cabinets and drawers under there, cabinets and drawers over here, cabinets and drawers there. There's a storage space behind there. There's cabinets right here. There's a shelf right there. That is a thing for toilet paper that we never use for some reason. Behold, galley storage, spice rack, cutlery sets, kitchenware, cups and knives, all these bottle things back there. Here is the electrical panel that is underneath the companionway. Right back there. Here's the Outback charge controller for the solar. Here's the electrical readout thingamajiggy. New VHF radio. And all new VHF wires going up the mast. Here's the Garmin chart plotter that flips from the inside of the boat outside. This is very handy so you can check kind of your position and everything without having to go outside. Love this setup. Very, very nice. Should we show them the engine?
Yep.
Okay. Hold my camera. Behold, Yanmar 3YM20, installed in 2012, runs like an absolute top. And it is in excellent working order and very well maintained both by myself and the previous owner who installed it. The motor currently has 2,400 hours on it, I think. Got full maintenance records of everything. Spare water pump, spare alternator, spare belts, spare impellers.
Fuel filters.
Lots of good stuff. Yeah, fuel filters, that kind of thing. There's a dripless PSS shaft seal on the prop shaft. I feel like I'm getting a little more granular than I meant to in this particular video, but that's the gist, right?
Yeah.
Is that pretty much the gist? There's lots of other detail things that we'll go into in kind of the full-length video, but I think this probably wraps it up. So I think... Molly, come closer. So I think that kind of wraps up everything we want to show you in this little mini boat walkthrough tour of our 1979 Endeavour 32. Now again, if you have interest in possibly buying this boat in June, July, somewhere around there, again, click the link below this video, send us your name, email address, phone number, that kind of thing, and then we will get in touch with you before this listing goes public. I guess just the last thing I want to say is we mentioned this very reluctantly. We love this boat. It is going to break our hearts to see it go. We've put so much time and effort and energy and expense into this boat, and you know, it is a necessary action that has to occur for us to, you know, continue comfortably cruising and to be able to go on longer trips and that kind of thing. It's what we need to have happen. If there was a way for us to stretch this boat and add another, you know, I don't know, 5 feet or something like that, whatever. If there's a way to just magically stretch this boat, it would be awesome. But unfortunately, there is not. So she's got to sell. Yeah, okay. So I hope you enjoyed this little mini walkthrough tour. Wrap it up, ladies.
It's gonna be so sad watching the boat go.
Yeah?
But we also need a little bigger space.
Uh-huh, yeah we do.
Especially for me.
That is absolutely correct. The alternative is, of course, if somebody else would like to maybe adopt Molly, that would free up all kinds of... Okay, well... Turns out that's not an option. We need to sell the boat. Okay guys, hope you enjoyed it. See you later.
Bye.